Tinha também. Em janeiro, a ARI completou, nossa sinagoga, 82 anos de existência. A ARI, desde a sua fundação, em 1942, é vinculada ao movimento reformista WPJ, a organização guarda-chuva do movimento reformista, que abriga centenas de sinagogas espalhadas ao longo do mundo. E além das sinagogas, evidentemente, há os rabinos. E os rabinos também têm uma organização protetora, no sentido de troca de ideias, de conselhos, de estar juntos. Essa organização chama-se CCAR, traduzindo a Conferência Central dos Rabinos Reformistas. Na verdade, é Conferência Central dos Rabinos Reformistas Americanos, mas vale para os 4 cantos do mundo. E a gente tem o privilégio de ter aqui na nossa sinagoga hoje a rabina Helen Dreyfus, que foi presidente dessa Conferência Central dos Rabinos Reformistas, está visitando o Rio de Janeiro e está visitando a nossa congregação. It's an honor and a privilege to have you here, Rabbi Dreyfus. Please, we'd love to hear a brief message from you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry that I can't speak in Portuguese, so you'll have to tolerate my English. It is truly an honor to be here and to be invited to say a few words to you. And I love the Tu B'Shvat ceremony that you had and all of the beautiful children coming to grow with the community, with nature, with everything. It's just lovely. But what I wanted to talk about this evening is the parasha for this week, which is Parashat Yitro. And although Yitro is the father-in-law of Moses, that's not what we're going to talk about. In Parashat Yitro, we get the giving of the 10 Commandments in the book of Shmot, in Exodus. And there are a couple things I want to think about the 10 Commandments. There's a story told about a young man went to university and studied about child psychology. And when he finished the university, he decided that he was an expert, and he started giving lectures. And he entitled the lectures, 10 Commandments for Good Parenting. Very popular. He said a lot of good things. And then he got married and had a child. And as the child and another child grew, he changed the title of his lecture. After a few years, the lecture was no longer 10 Commandments for Good Parenting, but 5 rules that you should do as a good parent. Okay. And as his children grew and became teenagers, he changed the name of the lecture, and it became A Few Suggestions for Parenting. Any of us who are parents understand. My husband and I have 3 grown children and 7 grandchildren, thank God. It is a challenge, shall we say. A blessing, but a challenge. I've always said that being a parent is the most rewarding and the most frustrating thing I've ever done. So we think that we know the rules, and then life happens. And we have to be flexible, and we have to bend with the times and change the rules sometimes and do the best we can. And that's really what his ultimate suggestions were. You do the best you can. And I've always felt that being a parent, you do your best, and then you pray. When the commandments were given at Har Sinai, the Midrash tells us that some people heard all of it. In fact, Moshe was, recording everything on his tablet. I guess he got it from the cloud and he got it on his tablet. There was the first internet. Yeah. Moses heard all of the words. Not everyone heard everything, and the Midrash tells us that most of the people only heard the first letter of the first word, the Aleph of Anochi. The Aleph. So, what did they do with that Aleph? They did the best that they could, and they had faith that there would be more to follow. So I think that's a lot like having a small child. You have an Aleph, and it grows into something greater, and it's something that expands, and you understand more and more as you go on, as the child goes on. So I wish you many mitzvot, many Alephs and Bets, and all the way through Tav. I wish you much growth and blessing and happiness as you grow with your children and with your beautiful community. Shabbat Shalom.